you're constantly stressed out about your hairline receding, you need to find out what the root cause is and not leave it until it's too late. Here are some possibilities that are potentially causing your hair loss, which you need to address and start finding solutions. Because one of the biggest mistakes a lot of people make when it comes to hair loss is just covering their hair wearing a hat or just a bandana. Because if we look at the Norwood scale and you're about at a 3 or 4, chances are your follicles could still be regrown, but if you're at a 6 or 7, unfortunately, you're gonna have to get a hair transplant. Now, we want to leave hair transplants as the very last option because if you still have remaining follicles, you should work on getting them regrown instead of just thinking that if you go completely bald, that a hair transplant is going to fix all your problems. Because in my practice, most hair transplants that I do usually take about 3 or 4 times, and remember, each hair transplant is very expensive. For patients who are dealing with thinning hair, I've actually suggested them to start trying out something like Spectral DNC with 5% minoxidil. Now, the great thing about minoxidil is that it doesn't act like minoxidil with all those unwanted side effects, and especially not like Finesse. You want to spray this on 3 times in the morning and 3 times at night, rubbing it in those areas that are showing signs of balding, because our goal is to get our dermal papilla working with our follicles, creating those strong hair structures which can last longer. A few weeks ago, I had this young client who came in who was very self-conscious of his thinning hair, and he had a very clear receding hairline, and he really wanted to get a hair transplant, but I told him not to take that risk and try using 5% minoxidil for at least a month consistently before coming back to me. He came back for his appointment a few days ago, and the amount of thickness that I seen on his hairline, like especially in the area where he was thinning, got me to a point where I didn't think he needed this at all. If you notice any areas that are showing signs of balding, I'm telling you, try out the spray. I'll leave you a link so you can get one too.